You hurriedly tilted the flashlight so it was shining down at the floor of your blanket cave and away from Cove's sensitive eyes. Now we can read. My mom won't know. I do this all the time. I don't stay up for too long because Mama normally checks on me sometimes. I haven't been caught yet. Do you want to try? Cove nodded. Pleased by his straightforwardness response, you placed the book between you and flipped it open to the first page. Meanwhile, he lay down on his belly and shuffled closer, picking up the flashlight to shine it on the page. His face was illuminated with a warm glow. You mirrored his position, leaning in so you could see the book better. Your forehead is nearly bruised until you shuffled back a comfortable distance. You wanted to read you want the story to be narrated. You thought it was best to take turns reading the book silently. You flipped through the pages to show Cove cool pictures. I want the story to be narrated. You love it when Mommy reads to you. Why not read as loud as you dared at this time of night? Though you felt a little embarrassed, your excitement over introducing another person to the special story won out. You didn't even need to study the page for long. There was once a squirrel with dream of knighthood. All they wanted was to do good. Cove was taken back when you began to recite the words by heart. You even pronounced knighthood properly, a word which had given you grief in the past. His reaction encouraged you to keep going. Soon you got to an exciting part: the squirrel and the dragon's first meeting. The squirrel walks up to the fearsome dragon, the bald sword in one hand and a torch in the other. Her red scales dance in the light like the flickering flames. Could you say the dragon sign? Do you need to get your glasses? No, my head hurts if I don't wear my glasses for a while. I can kind of see things, alright. But I don't know any voices. That's okay. It's fine anyways. Let me just... Cove read the page, his mouth moving slightly with the words. Eventually, he nodded to himself and spoke them out loud. Who goes there? Roared the dragon. Who dares enter my cave? It was your turn. You went to the squirrel's famous speech. The next time you looked up from the page, your gaze landed right on Cove. His eyes was following the text, a soft smile lighting up his future. A lock of his hair fell into his field of vision, but he gave it no notice. He was lost in the story. You started when Cove caught you watching him. He raised a questionable eyebrow. What? Nothing. Cole shot you a strange look, but he went back to the book. You did too, even as your eyelids started to drop. When your eyes opened again, your bedroom was pitch black and silent. Your head was smushed in your pillow, your pajamas were stuck to you, and your mouth was dry. Slowly you raised yourself onto your elbow. You yawned to the back of your throat, tingling as you did so. You rolled onto your side to sit up in bed, planning on getting water from the kitchen, when you saw a dark shape towering above you. You rose. Then you weren't alone in your room tonight. Cove? That you? Yeah. You shifted and felt something slender press against your thighs. You fumbled forward, the familiar weight of the flashlight pressing into your palm. You turned it on. Cove blinked at you, looking exhausted. He was in his normal clothes again, shoes and everything. His pajama pants were left on the floor, abandoned. His sleeping bag was in a similar state. What is it? Can't sleep. Keep waking up. Did you have a bad dream? He shook his head from side to side. No, just can't sleep. It's weird here. You found. You helped your mom redecorate it only for a few months back. I like my room. It's not that it's bad. I just always sleep in my bed, in my room. That made things a little clearer. It wasn't anything that you'd done. Couldn't sleep in a new place. You wonder how long it took for Cole's bedroom in his new house to not be real to him. Probably a while. I'm gonna go. What? The shock of the last of your doziness. He was going to walk outside back to his own house. This time at night, all by himself. He noticed your shocked expression and looked at you with resolve. My dad will let me in, and I've gone outside late before, and I have to go. You don't have to. Well, if you have to. You don't have to. I'll come with you. I should tell my moms. You don't have to. And you couldn't explain why. You couldn't let him leave. You just knew you didn't want him to go yet. Cove looked frustrated, though you got the feeling it wasn't at you specifically. Yes, I do. You were at a stalemate, frowning to yourself. You studied his sleeping bag. Was there a way you could make him more comfortable? If Cove didn't like how weird your room was, maybe he would feel better if he had something more familiar nearby. Oh! You went to your bed and grabbed your blanket. Then you spread it over the floor beside Cove's sleeping bag. He watched as you did, blankly. You're sleeping on the floor? Yeah, next to you. We could try to see if that helps. Is that okay? Uh-huh. You spine a small smile playing on his lips. We can try it, but if it doesn't work, I want to go home still. If you're sure. You grabbed your pillow, a few plush toys for good measures, as Cove picked up his pajama bottoms and folded them, then set them aside. You tossed the items in your hand onto the blanket, completing your task. The two of you stood and looked down at your handiwork. Are you going to change to your pajamas? No, I can sleep in this. There wasn't anything else left to say. In unison, you both laid down side by side. Cove put his glasses aside and got into his sleeping bag. It made yourself as comfortable as you could wrap in the fuzzing blanket. The floor was hard and unforgettable against your back. Not at all as comfortable as your bed, but you didn't mind it much. You had fallen asleep on the floor before. What mattered was if it helped. You swerved your head to observe him. Is it better? He poked the top of his face out of the sleeping bag and mumbled bashfully. I don't know. I have to sleep first. I can't tell if I can now.